wibba wop wop wop. We wibba wibba wop wop. Wibba wibba wop wop. Wibba. Wibba. Wibba 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 woo. Wibba 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 wibba. We wibba wop wop. Wibba wop 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 wop. Wibba wop wop wop. We wop wibba wibba. Wibba woo wibba woo. Wibba wop. Whoop wop wibba wibba. Wibba wop.
This act is over.
We wibba wop wibba wibba. We wibba. We wibba we wibba. We wibba we wibba wop wibba wibba. Wop we wibba. We wibba we wibba. Wop wibba 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 wibba. Wibba wee wop 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 wee woo wee wop wee woo. Wibba wee wibba wee wibba wop wop. Wibba wee wibba wop wop. Wibba wop wop. Wibba 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 wop wibba wibba.
Hello! What's up? What's going on? Welcome to another exciting evening of Roar Stream, another exciting evening of power washing. We are finally going to get done with the Santa power washing. I've been wanting to do the Santa map for a long time because God knows I love Christmas. And Christmas, it's finally Christmas time here on Roar Stream. We've gotten past Turkey Stream. We've gotten past spooky streams. It's finally time for Christmas mode. Let's get upstairs. Let's do Wordle. And let's spray some shit. 1 second.
Set a new course. There's coffee in that nebula.
Sound seems to be okay. Let me know about the sound. We are probably going to be audio muted for the evening. I'm assuming that the Christmas music I have is not going to be, stream VOD kosher, but that's fine. Not a big deal. I'm gonna have the little bits, and I wasn't planning on, depending on on what we do for the rest of the evening, I wasn't planning on uploading it to YouTube anyways. How are you, Kitty? Are you ready for power washing? Let's start with spray. Spray is gonna be our first word. Spray is a shit word. How about piled? How about piled? Ooh. All right.
What's up, Wastelanders?
Okay. I need you to calm down,
This
Three
is
Dog.
Three Dog. Bow wow. And you're listening to GNR. That's
I'll let Three Dog
Galaxy
entertain you while I
Radio.
think of a word.
We interrupt our regularly scheduled program for some news. We haven't heard squat about the little prick from Vault 101 for 2 weeks. And hope to God someone finally put a bullet in his brain.
Also in the headlines,
I'll tell you where Brian Wilkes is. That little boy is stuck in a fucking box, that's where.
I've got no idea what this word is. Did you do it today, Kitty? Nipco? It has to be a...
Hi, Billy Mays here.
Hi,
You're
Billy.
listening to Roar Stream Radio. All the best hits for the most precious of diamonds.
Ping? Pingo? Pingo is a word? What? Hold on. Pingo is a word? A low hill or mound forced up by hydrostatic pressure in an area. Okay. I guess so. All right. Well, that settles it a little bit. Jesus. Virgo. No, it can't be Virgo. Like, the P has to be the third letter. I can't think of anything that would be like Whipdo, Wibbo. Could it be like, could there be anything? Hippo. Is it hippo? It's hippo, isn't it? God damn it. These double letters are kicking my ass. I think it was Andre Bocelli that really gave me my, the drive to get this word correct. Send that to the Wordle group. Send that to the Wordle Discord. I have full faith that this VOD is going to get audio muted. I'm pretty sure I said this already, but I'm saying it again. All right, let's do this. And get back to the game. Here we go. All right, so we're gonna clean Santa's workshop. Thank goodness there's someone on Santa's list who's really good at power washing and keeping secrets. It's exactly what we need right now. As you can probably gather, Santa's workshop is seeing better days. Every day before yesterday, in fact. Since yesterday, it became coated with a mixture of soot and the gloopiest, stickiest, is this a fetish thing? Most delicious mess ever. With only one sleep left till Christmas and so much left to do, we're needing our own Christmas miracle. Let's restart the job. Yeah. So this is our power washing target for the evening. We're just going to start with the entryway, I guess. So there was something I wanted to talk about tonight while we get started. I was talking to you about it, Kitty, earlier. I wanted to go a little bit over the list of movies that I want to watch for the new year, because I know that there are probably movies that I'm missing. I have to go find the list, but before I go there, we'll finish this opening. Actually, I don't even have to go there. I can just. Okay, calm down, Andre. You're a little intense, buddy. I'm trying to think of movies that I really, really need to see. Like, unequivocally, without question, need to see. Actually, I guess the list isn't that dramatic, but it's a list of movies that there's always been references and stuff that... Oh, I see my encoding is overloaded. What do I need to do with that? What's possibly going on in my overload? Could it be all this other shit in the background? Let's get rid of some of this. A whole bunch of windows up. I don't need any of these windows. It's probably one of my settings. I need to take a look at that tomorrow. Are you looking forward to Christmas, Kitty? Our first Christmas stream, and we're doing Santa's Workshop. And possibly we might even do some YouTube surfing in a little bit. There's no doubt about it. Christmas is my favorite holiday. What the hell is this? This isn't Christmas. Okay, it was definitely a Halloween roll. That's just a rare roll. It just had really bad timing. I'm not sure how Santa made his how he made his workshop so incredibly filthy. It's like, I don't think that they're trying to go for the Viscera cleaner simulator where, you know, Santa went on a rampage and murdered all his elves. I really don't think that's where they're going with on this one. But heck, what do I know? Oh, is this the old man's, you know, coat and pants and gloves and shit? If I put this on, will I become Santa Claus? Why is it so huge? Am I an elf? Why is his coat so enormous? I feel like the perspective is a little wonky on the old coat. So let's get underneath. One thing I have to mention is I went through a week or two ago and cleaned out my Christmas songs because there's a lot of Christmas songs that are terrible. And, well, not terrible. Terrible is not the right word. There's a lot of Christmas songs that I would not opt to put on my playlist on my own volition. Like, if I heard them at the department store, I'm not going to cringe and poop my pants. That kind of thing. That said, there's just some songs that I'm just like, I don't necessarily want to hear that song if I don't have to. So there were a lot of songs that I culled from the list. That said, there is, I'm not sure how it happened, but a lot of the songs on the list got mislabeled, and I don't even know where to begin trying to figure out the proper labels of them. So we're just gonna have to guess. Like, I hope this is actually Gloria Estefan. Yeah, sounds about right. But a lot of the ones I cut were 100% wrong. Like, it was supposed to be Elvis Blue Christmas, and it was, you know, the Chipmunks. You already power washed Santa's brains off of a wall. I don't think I was mentioning earlier. Also, I just realized the Santa's coat wasn't huge. I was just crouching, so maybe I'm just stupid. I don't think this is that kind of cleaning simulator. I think the Viserys cleaning simulator is a different can of beans. What is this supposed to be? This grit and grime. It's supposed to be soot. This is supposed to be soot that we're cleaning up.
The America, it's me, your president, John.
Hi, Three Dog. What's up?
Three Dog here. How's everyone doing?
Be with you in a minute.
We've got a bit of news.
News
Just
update.
Listen to this. The master of adventure himself, that rough and tumble lad from Vault 101, has really outdone himself this time.
In addition,
The cat from Vault 101 was seen walking into Paradise Falls, then walking back out with a big smile on his face.
and now I'd like to play one of my very favorite songs for you.
Did we just get interrupted to be told? Oh my god. Did we just get told that he went into Paradise Falls and had a huge smile on his face? Isn't Paradise Falls the slaver place? Now I feel real bad. Seems we got a bit of news. That kid from 101's got some stuff to tell you. He went into a slaver camp. It's like, okay. Okay, Three Dog. How was your Thanksgiving, Feelanoid? This is we're doing an off day today because we didn't do last night. We took the evening off. We figured that, you know, people would mostly want to celebrate by the, you know, with their families or have other, you know, work things or something. Who wants to do some power washing on the evening of? You wanna spend the evening of watching football and doing, you know, throwing around the old pigskin, that sort of thing. Not listening to Kenny G play Away by a Manger. While we clean this. Oh, Jesus Christ. It looks like we've done absolutely nothing. Part of me wants to switch it back to not have the 3-dog and just have the Mr. New Vegas, but I don't know. I kind of like the 3-dog because he's a little bonkers. Where can I put this? Hello? Here? Here's fine. Oh, hey! Hello, Disenchanted Admirer! Welcome to the stream! It's very nice to meet you. I hope you have a great time. Get fucked! It's shit! Sorry about that. Alright. Sorry, I had to do something real quick. What were we doing? We were cleaning, right? That didn't go well with the Kenny G. I'm sorry, what were you saying? Your Thanksgiving got moved to Tuesday, Wednesday because your dad was having a procedure, so you babysat him after a sedation and you ate turkey and pie and stuff. Excellent. What's your favorite kind of pie, Felinoid? I know you're a cheesecake fan.
It's coming on Christmas. They're cutting down trees.
It really wants to play Sixpence None the Richer this evening.
Singing songs of joy and peace. Oh, I wish I had a river.
What's my favorite kind of pie? I could easily do a pie tier list, but I don't have the time. Actually, I totally have the time for that. Oh, God. I think I've had pretty much every kind of pie that could possibly be relevant on a tier list. Also, I've been listening to the VODs. If some of my terrible music has been overpowering my terrible words, please let me know. I'm going to try and keep it a little lower, because I've been like, God, can you guys hear me at all? I gotta calm down Sixpence down there. Pecan, key lime. Oh God, I forgot about key lime. Pumpkin. Let me take a look at the old schedule. Do I need to do a pumpkin tier list? Or excuse me, not pumpkin. Do I need to do a pie tier list? Do I have any wiggle room in December? Maybe? I do have the 2 Christmas potpourri stream days scheduled. I could squeeze in a pie rating stream there. Banana cream, God. None of this is binding because I have to put it onto an actual list, but if I could have a slice of pie in front of me right now. Am I allowed to have it a la mode? Or is this just pie? In this hypothetical of if you could have any pie sitting in front of you that I made up right now. What are the rules of the thing I just made up? Are we allowed to put ice cream on the pie if we are making the perfect pie? Because that drastically changes what kind of pie you have. What is this crap ass tree? What is this ass tree that Santa has? Like, it's not necessarily a terrible tree, but this is Santa's workshop. Why does he have like one of those trees from the 50s with the bubble with the bubble ornaments? Do you remember those? I remember there was a God, there used to be a restaurant in Orlando. In Orlando. Hey, a drink. There used to be a restaurant in Orlando. Oh, that's much better. That had those terrible bubble lights from the 50s. I say terrible. I love them. Every time I see them, I'm like, oh, it's so. It looks so much like it came from the Wonder Years. My one of my grandmothers, I think, used to have them. If I recall, it's been very a long time ago, but I want to say back in the olden days, back in the early 90s, they used to have the bubble style ornaments. And if you're unfamiliar with the bubble style ornaments, they kind of look like this ornament right here, except God, there's got to be a representation of them somewhere. It kind of looks like a fish tank bubbler, except they're all over your tree. Okay, so what did the guy send me as a message? The fig tree does look awful. I was mentioning, you're right, Feelanoid. You are not wrong. Good commentary. It was Christmas Eve, the night we look forward to for one special reason. It's the night that our inventor, Ivor Nydia. What? Is that a joke? Ivor Nydia pitches next year's star toy to Santa. However, this year, Ivor was told to carry them through to Santa's office in a big box to stop any peaks. We knew that it had to be really good. Gotcha. Your aunt on your dad's side. My great aunt? Or my aunt? She's my great grandmother. She wasn't that great. Everyone was hard at work. Your dad's sister. Did she? I don't feel like she really did that, did she? I don't remember that. Could be wrong. Bangs was testing the durability of their rocket ships on the ceiling, whilst Mullet was fine-tuning the high notes of their xylophones. Across the way, High Top Fade had made some planes with precision engineering, whilst Pompadour had some dolls that probably needed more work, really. I am really glad he told me all that. Also, I had on the wrong nozzle, so now I'm actually able to spray properly. She gave us a light up tree. Not okay. That's not you. Yes, you are correct, honey. I thought you were talking about those terrible bubble ornaments. But yes, this style of Christmas tree. Yes, she's very much into those. She always has been. I don't hate them. They're not really my style. But I like them. I think they're also like a craft project, so they're like something that you can make for someone, which, you know, is awful sweet.
All the best hits for the most precious of diamonds.
Is this Smashing Pumpkins? Am I reading that right? That this is Smashing Pumpkins? You could put a gun to my head, I couldn't tell you a single Smashing Pumpkins song. Although I probably like a lot of them. I hope that people are okay with their presents being power washed by a high pressure hose of water. Not even December? What do you mean? Oh, Christmas mode after any time after Thanksgiving is technically Christmas mode. I gave turkey mode its time. I was respectful to Thanksgiving. We even had a Thanksgiving evening. We even had an entire evening devoted to Thanksgiving. Which, I don't know if we had more or less last year or not. Hi, Coyote. Thanksgiving was late this year. It did feel late, didn't it? Christmas is going to be a little truncated on Rostream. Kitty and I have a cruise that we're going to be going on. So there will be a week-long gap. People deserve breaks between holiday seasons. We had one. We had one after Halloween. Halloween to November. Listen, I was calm. I was patient. I was kind. I did not do any Christmas crap. I do think that capitalism sucks in a lot of ways. It's going to be a humble Christmas. What would you like? We're going on a cruise, Kitty. I don't need anything. We're going on a cruise. We're going to, I have pretty much all the games I could ever want for the rest of my life. I don't even know what I could possibly want. I've learned how to not power wash. I mean, I have, but I've learned how to, do flights and flight sim. I've got a lot of maps left in Power Wash. Ooh, Celtic women. I can't think of what I could possibly really want. Humble gifts or activities like back rubs and shit. True, but I'm like, I'd happily, do and receive both, and we do that. Nice encoding overloaded. I see you over there. I'll have to take a look at that tomorrow. I'm overloading my video card somehow. I wonder how, as I go nuts over here with the power washer. Oh, you know what? It might be that... oh my god, it's the Roar TV, isn't it? Hold on. Again? I'm not power washing while I'm doing that. I bet you it's happening during the Roar TV transitions. I don't know. What would you like, Kitty? Let me just answer your question with a question. What would you like? You look like you are Dr. Mario, Kitty. It's different love languages and different ways of responding to people and reacting to people and giving gifts to people. Ways that really resonate with others. Although that said, it's been a long time since we've read that. I don't remember what my love language is. I think it's... I don't remember. To be 100% honest, I really don't remember what my love language is. I think it's... Is it physical touch? Maybe? I don't know. Feelanoid, what are you? Are you a poker man? Hold on. Like, what is that? Are you a monster of some sort of Pokemon? Acts of service and physical touch. That sounds about right. Every time I hear Celtic women, I forget how much I like the Celtic women, how much I like their style of singing, how much I'm sorry that they're going to take all of my 3 cents of ad revenue when I upload this to YouTube, so I'm probably not even going to bother. I'll upload it, but sometimes they just block it straight up, and it's like, well, why did I even bother? Just boiled a fish for that. What the hell?
People of the capital wasteland, you can hear me.
Hi, 3Dog.
Yeah, you can't stop the signal, baby. Got lots of stuff going down in post-apocalyptia these days. Here's some of the latest news. Neither light nor dark. Not good nor bad. There's one who truly walks down the middle of life's road. Here's an update on that gray stranger.
Also in the headlines.
And if you see that kid from Vault 101, pass along your thanks. Because the Brotherhood did not act alone. Thank you, 101.
Gonna play a song for you right
3Dog
now. It's
is
about that
very
special someone
confused.
you find only once in a blue moon.
Oops. Just realized that's very unsafe. That's how we're traveling up to this candy cane. We have a freestanding ladder up to the top of this candy cane. Seems incredibly unsafe. Did I eat the boiled fish? Me? What's that? I'm unclear. Sounds familiar. I feel like I should know what you're talking about, but said you boiled a fish. Oh. Listen, if I knew where these fish that were getting boiled were kept, I would go visit the the fishing, I would visit the place where the fish were being boiled. Maybe I could save them, like in that one Star Trek Voyager book where she desperately tried to save all those people, like, being teleported into space, and it was a really bad experience and kind of sucked for everybody. But that's just how life works sometimes. That's just how the multiverse works sometimes. Sometimes the universes switch and there's no planet in one of the universes. I don't know if that answered your question, but no, I have not seen the fish that was boiled. If I could, trust me, if I could have the fish that I boiled with every time I use did I use generative AI for that? I don't remember. If I could have that, I'd probably exploit it for free fish forever. In 1949, forecasting the relentless march of science, popular mechanics said computers in the future may weigh no more than 1.5 tons. I mean, he's not wrong. Computers today do not weigh more than 1.5 tons. They weigh much less than that, which is impressive. What the hell is this? Do we want to listen to Mariah Carey? I only have one rendition of this on my list. I'm turning you down. I could skip it. We don't have to listen to her. I think the fuck off is a vote for skip. I'm okay. Where's my skip button? Yeah. We'll We'll listen to some Trans-Siberian Orchestra. I have like 200 songs in the old Christmas playlist, and when I was first sorting them, she came up a lot. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to keep exactly one copy of this. And apparently Willow wants to hear Mariah Carey. Unfortunately for Willow, she's not in charge, so we'll skip it. That's really one of those songs that I am very indifferent to. It's like if I hear it, I'm not gonna get upset. I'm gonna listen to it. I'm enjoy it strong. It's hard to enjoy it. It's not a good song. It's old. It's overdone. But you know, it's not much worse than Never Gonna Give You Up. It's not much worse than being rickrolled. The songs are very similar style. They're overplayed. I also don't spend a lot of time in shopping department centers during Christmas time. With the exception of certain places that do not play Mariah Carey. Your dick is old? Don't you know it? My dick is like 40 and a half years old. That's an old dick. But you know what? It's alright. Gets the job done. Look at this guy. Tell me where Santa is. Sorry, buddy. I just have to clean the table real quick. that play. I don't know. She's just more of a tradition than anything else. It's almost like a what's the word? Not routine. Not routine. That's not the word I'm looking for. A cult experience. It's not quite right. A ritual. I think, yeah, it's like a Christmas ritual. That's the word I was looking for. As usual, during Christmas time, we aren't going to be doing too many games. You can see the schedule on Discord, but it's going to be very similar to last year. We will not be going ham on the Christmas Carol. Last year, I went a little overboard on the Christmas Carol. I'll be the first to say it. We will be doing a little bit of Christmas Carol this month. We will be doing the Christmas Carol reading again. And anybody who is excited to hear Kitty on the microphone again, that's coming up very soon. High Top Fade suspected a fault on one of their planes and was about to give a test flight when Ivor came skipping into the workshop, carrying their box of secrets. Getting some Christmas lore here. Distracted, High Top Fade launched their plane and across the room, where in a 1 in a million shot, it wedged itself deep in the mechanism of the present wrapping machine. I feel like I need more information there that he's not providing me. I feel like this getting info piecemeal is not doing it for me. I really don't need any of this information. I don't need to know why everything's disgusting and gross. It's not really my concern. My concern is you paying me. Really my only priority here. Trying to get workers' comp in the North Pole. I don't want to disparage Santa by any stretch, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that elves don't get workers' comp. Elves might get time off to heal from injuries, but I'm reasonably sure that elves don't even get paid. I think they just do it for the love of the game. They love being part of the experience. I don't know. We do have some elf-related media on the possibilities for this month. Though, to be honest, those days are sort of shrinking. I had a whole bunch of days devoted to just what I called Christmas potpourri, which could be any myriad of things on my Christmas content list. Those days are shrinking because I'm actually finding more purpose for those days, which is a good thing. But honestly, I did kind of like the idea of having a bit more flexibility. But schedule is better. Some people think the elves get paid by Mrs. Claus, mostly porn writers. Speaking as a porn writer, I can't.
People of the capital.
Oh, hey, Three Dog.
You can't stop the signal, baby. News time, children. Hey, remember those down on their luck ghouls who wanted to share the luxury accommodations at the fancy smancy 10-penny tower?
In addition,
I'm coming to you live with a special report.
gonna play a song for you right now.
Oh, thanks.
It's about that special someone you find only once in a blue moon.
I mean, I don't know if I really want to go into a whole lot of detail. Is this Elvis? This isn't Fred Waring. Jesus. I don't necessarily want to get into the mechanics, but I feel like logistically that just wouldn't work. Like, how many elves do you think Santa is purported to have? I would say at least a couple hundred, right? Certainly one person couldn't sexually satisfy that many Christmas elves. It's preposterous. Mrs. Claus would definitely need helpers. But whom? That's the real question. That's the real Christmas question. We're all God's children, that makes everything bright. I'm not looking forward to coming back after the break and having the roof to take care of. Maybe I should focus a bit on the roof now. If for some reason we get to like the 2-hour mark and we're not even close, or we end up getting so tired that we have to do it later, we'll just end up doing what we've done before and like get it the first time get it at the beginning of next stream. Next stream, we have a very specific group of Christmas graffiti. We're going to be watching a few Christmas specials that are very near and dear to my heart, several of which were introduced to me by Kitty. They will be The Snowman. They will be Garfield Christmas. They will be Muppet Christmas Special. And a kind of Peanuts, the Charlie Brown Christmas. I can't find an adequate version on YouTube. I really can't. And if it's not on YouTube, for the most part, I can't justify it. For the most part, there's going to be some exceptions, but honestly, if it's not on YouTube, then what's to stop me from just downloading it and playing it from my computer? It's like, how is that any morally different? My faith in how much they really give a shit was in evidence that one time I watched them play the entire Toy Story movie. Hanukkah show. If Mrs. Claus, the oldest gift, if Mr. Claus can do magic. Okay. Are you trying to tell me that Mrs. Claus is able to, that someone is able to sexually satisfy multiple elves in one night, and that's their version of Christmas magic? I feel like that's a bit of a stretch. The Hanukkah show, same problem, Kitty. The Hanukkah Rugrats is not on YouTube. Though, but I was going to say that I did watch the Are You Afraid of the Darks, but those were all on YouTube. Every last one of them. Happy New Year indeed. Speaking of New Year, this year, for New Year's Eve, we are going back to Minecraft Christmas. Fucking idiot. This year, we're going back to Minecraft Disney to celebrate the New Year. Last year, we went to, I think I did the Animal Crossing Island, and I don't think I want to do that again. So this year, we're going to go watch the fireworks show at Minecraft Disney. They do a really good job of basically one-to-one fireworks presentation, so it should be interesting. Anyways, Kitty, I'd be happy to see the Hanukkah show, but unless it's straight up on YouTube, I'm going to have a hard time justifying it. Unless it's on Daily Motion. I am planning to watch Mr. Magoo. Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol. But, and that's on Daily Motion. I don't know. I'll take a look. If it's on Daily Motion, possibly. We don't have a lot of time devoted just to random Christmas specials. I do have a template of a schedule, but so Santa can deliver all those gifts with time magic, but a lady having time magic is out of the question. Yeah, but Mrs. Claus has shown no inkling of interest in pleasing anybody. Again, speaking as somebody who has put out a Christmas-themed Santa protagonist pornography erotica, I don't know if most writers, which I'm not everybody, would take Mrs. Claus and turn her into a sexual deviant. But you could do it to Santa, so why not Mrs. Claus, I guess. Hey, if they're into that, then who are we to judge? Mr. Magoo is an asshole instead of just clumsy and blonde. I think he's both. I think he's an asshole and clumsy and blind. So it's going to be all of the fun of the regular old Christmas special, and also Mr. Scrooge is blind and cranky. It's like, why do I even pay you for him? I don't know if you like my Mr. Magoo impression. I've been working on it. See? I know where I'm going. You're getting close to break. I'm almost at 50%. I'm looking up at that roof. That's going to be... I think a lot of the percentage of this is going to be roof, which is nice. This isn't Jingle Bell Rock. Willow is very confused about the track names. Deviant, judgy word that. Listen. I'm not judging at all. I'm not kink shaming. If Santa and Mrs. Claus have a situation in which the elves are being paid currency through sexual favors provided by someone, who are we to judge? It's Christmas. I'm not here to tell them that the way they do their life is wrong. Why don't we add more orange flavor to more things? You're telling me, Kitty. Like an orange, like a chocolate orange. One of the best things in the world. Like, bar none. Calling something deviant is inherently judgy. Not at all. No, if you want to be if you're a sexual deviant, then honestly, I consider that a, badge of honor. You're seen as somebody who is not afraid to buck the system. Not afraid to take what other people are talking about them and saying, go piss yourself. Go piss yourself. That's what you can tell people. It's like, oh, you think I'm wrong because I'm a big fan of r/insertions? Go piss yourself. And that's something you could say. Take that to the bank. What did you have that has orange flavor in it, Kitty? Did you have orange tea? I didn't know we had anything that had orange flavoring in it. It also, I don't know, and maybe this is me being an old man, but it also feels weird to... it feels weird to drag Mrs. Claus into this. Like, Santa's a busy man. Santa spends his entire life making toys with the help of his elves to give kids to bring joy to the world. The Lord has come. I think that when Santa is a deviant himself, it feels different than when we're dragging Mrs. Claus. Like, Mrs. Claus feels more pure, which feels silly considering we're talking about Santa. But I don't know. It feels, and I don't know if that's sexist. And maybe it is. I'm not trying to be. I'm just saying, poor Miss, and it's not sexist because I'm not trying to be about all ladies. I'm talking about Mrs. Claus herself. If anyone wants to use time magic to boink all the elves, that's their prerogative, and I applaud them for it. Speaking of which, feel annoyed. I have a new tier list coming up soon. It's going to be all the Disney characters. Have they boinked? Has there been any boinking happening in that characters? And I'm going to go over every named relevant character in all of the movies, with pretty much all the movies. She can do what she likes. But Mrs. Claus isn't interested in that. I don't know. But maybe in these stories she is. Mrs. Claus, if you change the dynamic of Mrs. Claus, absolutely. But what do I know? Maybe little old lady Mrs. Claus enjoys elves. It's possible. No worse than some of the things I've written. I think one backstory was that the Clauses couldn't have children of their own. Oh, that's very true, Kitty. That is I did one of the years. I ended up reading like the more or less official canon of Santa Claus, and I don't remember what. I think his thing is just really like giving stuff to kids. She was interesting in that Billy and Mandy special. I didn't see a lot of Billy and Mandy. Is it time? I need to get to 50%, and then we can take a break. Let's come over here and clean Santa's dirty, dirty chair, and that should be enough for 50%. Santa's just over here blowing ass on his
these children, 'cause I've got a heartwarming tale to tell. It's about a little boy's search for his daddy. Mwah.
Here's Bing Crosby reminding us of those times when you absolutely have to kiss the person you love. Something's gotta give. Up next.
I'm back. I'm back. Sorry. All right. Let's get on this. Okay. How you guys doing? We are halfway done. Okay. I wasn't aware there was a roaring fire going on back there. Listen. God, do I need to do that? I have had... It is no secret, I've mentioned it a million times, that I have made a Santa-style erotica. I have a sequel that I've just been sitting on. Can we not? Can we not? I need to finish it. I really do. I just have no ambition to do so. Oh... What are you guys' opinions on Enya? How do you feel about Enya? It's not a roaring fire unless I'm in it. Can't possibly be all of the roaring fires in the world. Nobody but Richie Richards showing off having real fireplaces these days. It's just one of those fireplace streams that's all the rage these days. So that's just like a TV that I power washed it and then turned on the HDMI. It's just a YouTube channel. Kitty and I, and you know, I don't want to speak for Kitty. I need it, but when going to sleep, it's very nice to have a background of some. It's nice to have a background of some music, of some what do you call it? Some rain. Rain, waves, thunderstorms, you know, windy hurricanes, pretty much anything. It's the 2024 version of having a Sharper Images rain sound maker. I've had a fireplace before, several times. I haven't had one as an adult. When I was a kid, I had a straight, full-up brick fireplace that, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure I slammed my head into, which explains a lot. You like ocean waves? I am not a huge fan of the ocean waves. I'll tolerate them because I know you like them, because I love you and you're my favorite person in the world. But if I had my druthers, I like the pitter-patter of rain on the roof. The problem with waves is it's too intermittent. Do you know what waves are like? It's hard to sleep to that. It's not that bad, but some nights it feels like that. If you find a really good wave one, or even better, if you have a wave and a rain, that's a really good one. Like your dad has a wood stove because for a while he had way too much wood and wanted a lower power bill. I mean, isn't it good? It's good to have a surplus of wood, isn't it? I don't know. I mean, I live in the great state of ass, Florida, and typically my mom has always been a fan of fireplaces. She's always been a fan of the, traditional fireplace for Christmas morning sort of thing. Kitty, you want to know where my love of Christmas tradition came from? You got 2 guesses. Might as well get the roof while we're up here.
You're listening to Roar Radio. All the best hits for the most precious of diamonds.
Didn't we just hear GLaDOS? I could have sworn we already heard GLaDOS. No, Morgan was the last one. Never mind. It's not supposed to repeat it. Server farmish thing running prime number studies. I'm unclear. Heard a lot more Andrea Bocelli than I was expecting to this evening. The present wrapping machine immediately seized up. I think that's what they meant to write. But they wrote ceased. Bellowing with soot, it sent coal pellets flying in all directions. All of us immediately realized that we needed to do something. What a weird paintings they have here in the workshop. Obviously you keyed into the math scene and heard about a new... I did hear about that. I actually did hear about that, Feelanoid. I haven't been keeping up with a lot of news lately, but I did hear about that. The only problem was no one knew what that thing was, except for Ivor. I mean, I did hear about that, yes. I'm unclear on the practical purpose of this information. Maybe me, a known moron, is not the person to ask about this sort of thing. But I cannot fathom the implications of having a new millions of zeros. It's a lot of zeros, right? Not millions, but it's a lot. He's trusted in the Mercine Prime scene. It mostly concerns cryptography as actual encryption, not the scam monopoly money. I'm not any clearer, but I am liking listening to Andrea Bocelli. Large prime numbers are used for data encryption technology. Gotcha. Thank you. Thank you. Gotcha. Hi, Glorp. Since encryption works by smashing the biggest prime numbers we know into equations. Excellent. And this will help us it'll give us new avenues of encryption, new storage capacities, stronger encryption. Am I going to need a 32-digit password now? Am I going to have like 115 characters? At this point, what's the fucking point? They already have all of our socials are all stolen. You know, all of our passwords are stolen every other day. In theory, you would need a shorter password. Well, now you're talking my language. Encryption is part of software that's going to be idiot-proof for people like you. Well, now you're talking my language. That's the spirit. Hey, I'm learning Python very, very slowly. There's a Python program playing the radio right now. I definitely coded none of that. Let me tell you something. I know a place where you have to have a really, really long password, and it's definitely not annoying at all when somebody doesn't know their password and you have only a marginal idea of how to help them. Because if everything in a perfect world would be make it very easy, but there's way too many little factors that go into it. Oh well. It is what it is, and that's why sometimes they give you money for dealing with problems. Password length isn't really the part about encryption the math is concerned about, no? Guys, what are your feelings on Enya? Does Enya fill you with joy? What has Enya been up to? Like, for real, Enya fell off the planet in like 2009. Was she canceled? Did she do something bad? Like, she was really popular for a while. And then she just straight up disappeared. Grab all this. The specific checks they said your dad did were wrong in the press release. You like Enya's music? What's your obsession with her tonight? Well, nobody answered the first fucking time. And Enya's playing right now, so that's where my obsession is. I'm making Christmas connections with my chat. That's where my obsession with Enya is. Gosh dang it. You don't know artists? Enya's the person, oh God. If you remember Tribute, WMV, she did the Only Time song. Who can say where the road goes? Also, Mannheim Steamroller has been a big part of Christmas traditions in early Roar life. You're just the kind of person who knows songs, not who did them. I agree, 100%, Feelanoid. Like I said earlier, we listened to a Smashing Pumpkins song, and I'm assuming it was Smashing Pumpkins because Smashing Pumpkins. Can I take a drink, please? I assume that it was Smashing Pumpkins. Need to be more alliterate with my words. More articulate with my phrases. I couldn't tell you a Smashing Pumpkins song. I mentioned this earlier. I was not being hyperbolic. I don't... if I heard one, I could tell you, oh, I like that song, or I don't like that song. But I'm trying to pick, like Beatles, the Beatles, for example. I don't. Hey Jude, there's a song I know. Shiny Little Toy. No, that's Peter, Paul, and Mary. Blueberry Sky. I don't know. Yeah, it's like I don't know who, you know, which songs they did. So I get where you're coming from. We used to have a lot of Saturdays waking up listening to Mannheim Steamroller because we weren't able to use electronics because it was the Sabbath. A version of Hey Jude, which is just wildly insulting. I'm sure there is already a parody version of Hey Jude that is wildly exciting. Guys. We're at 69%. Heck yeah. Also, we seem to have power washed a man. There we go. We're just going to leave this guy right over here. Your butt smells. Do you think the Beatles swore a lot? Do you think they got, you know, they got in front of interviewers and they were just like swearing up a storm? Oh, yeah. Oh, fucking... Yeah, fucking Jude, eh? I don't know what accent that was. I think I slid into Canadian there, and I'm not sure why. Guys, we're going to be watching Home Alone this season.
Hey, kiddies, this is 3 Dogs.
I'll tell you more in a minute.
Wow, your voice in the darkness, or at least the radiation. And here's me with the news. I'm coming to you live with a special report.
Also in the headlines,
3 Dogs advice? If you got one of those Mr. Danny Butler bots, have him make you some purified water and count yourself lucky.
you're gonna love this next song, I guarantee it.
Anyways, we're going to be playing several movies this holiday season, all of which are available on YouTube, so I feel morally justified in streaming them. We are going to be doing the Grand Christmas Randomizer, which I need a better name for. I don't have one yet. Because they're on YouTube, I can morally justify watching them. However, they are all split up into 2 or 3 minute long playlists, like 2 or 3 minute long chapters. So I feel like if we take those 3 or 4, 2 or whatever minute long chapters, put them into a giant playlist randomizer, and watch them chopped up, then there's no way anybody can justify saying it was breaking copyright. Clear, fair use. As long as we watch it really inconveniently and hilariously. Like we watch an episode, a section of Home Alone 1, and then it switches straight up to the last scene of Elf kind of thing. You having a hard time getting into the spirit of Christmas? I mean, it is the 29th of November, Kitty, so we still got several more weeks. We're going to be, I hope today is helping. I hope today is getting you some Christmas spirit. Maybe you need a little louder Andrea Bocelli, so watch your ears. Hi, Sproul. Okay, shut up. I'll turn you down just a tiny bit. There we go. Welcome to Christmas, Sprawl. We're doing it. We're doing Santa's Workshop, and we're talking about getting into the spirit of Christmas. And tomorrow we're going to be watching The Snowman, and also Garfield Christmas. It can't be Christmas. What do you mean it can't be Christmas? And what way can it not be Christmas? There's still stuffing to be done. Stuffing can be served at Christmas. That's the thing about Thanksgiving. It's like, I love me some Thanksgiving, but there's nothing non-racist that you can't do for Christmas that you could do for Thanksgiving. It's like, oh, but all the food. It's like, yeah, you can do the exact same shit for Christmas. Almost the exact same shit. What, you're gonna make a ham? What, you're gonna make a ham? Is that what you're gonna do? No, pumpkin pie is illegal after November. Horse shit. We have so much food left. We have a little bit of food left. We had a relatively small Thanksgiving, but it was very nice. It was we don't have a crap ton of leftovers, which is good. In fact, yesterday I had I think it was my daughter made some bread, and I took some of the bread, took a little bit of mayo, took a little bit of turkey, plucked them all together into a sandwich, and it's like, oh man, turkey sandwiches after Thanksgiving on homemade rolls, you can't do better than that. Ham is better than turkey, infinitely better. Objectively, you're probably right, but personally, I don't agree. I think objectively speaking, you're probably right that ham is a better meat. But for me, I didn't grow up with ham. I never experienced ham or bacon or any of that shit as a kid. Although I take that back. I did a little bit, like when we went over to our dad's house, and he didn't really he allowed us to deviate from the rules of Ellen G. White fairly often. Pro tip: don't buy a meal meant for 8 people when you only have 4, because you want leftovers. I mean, that's not a bad idea to make a meal intending to have leftovers. That's smart. It's a bit unseemly to stuff your fist up a pig's ass rather than a turkey. Listen, we're not here to be weird about food. We're here to eat our food. There's a time and a place for sex. A time and a place for being lewd. But when we're eating, we don't want to be wasteful of food. We want to be Animals gave their lives. Did I show Kitty the PETA ad? I did. I did show her the PETA ad. I keep telling PETA is just such a bad company, and I think that people just don't realize that they just kind of suck. They just suck. They make hilarious ads, sometimes intentionally, sometimes not intentionally. Sometimes they make ads that are funny because of the way they are. Like just the layout is funny, even though their content's usually terrible. Is there Power Wash Viscera Cleanup? That's just Viscera Cleanup. But to answer your question, I think that I want to say Felinoid knows about it. I want to say, I could be wrong, but there is a Power Wash-esque style game where you have to like clean crime scenes. It's more like Viscera than like Power Wash. Animals gave their lives for country. Never forget. How is Murphy? Didn't Murphy pass away? I think Murphy passed, didn't he? Yeah, I think he passed. Crime scene cleaner, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna need you to calm down, Kurt. Let's just skip over you. Murphy was a good boy. It's been almost a year since Phantom passed on. I think he made it to Christmas, if I recall. It was like the week or so after Christmas. So it's been a little while. Some days it feels like yesterday. Some days it feels like a million years. Time is a cruel mistress. Like, even if I bought Elden Ring, I don't know where I'd put it on the old schedule. This place looks a lot better now. Remember when we first walked in and this entire place looked like a sooty black mess? Should be a game dev that just names all their games after STDs. Like gonorrhea, you got chlamydia. Probably the same team. It would be Ice Pick Lounge. Don't they have like all their names sort of sound awful, like Torgor and the Void and Pneumonia. It's not pneumonia. It's something like pneumonia. Psychotic? Something. Regardless, not, I picked up some nice, wholesome games and also Dead Rising. Pathologic. Is it pathologic or pathologic? Pathologic. That game. I keep looking at the intro for like the first game and I'm like, I have no interest. No, I got nothing. I'm like, you know what? You got my money for the Void. You gave me a great game, a lot to think about. I think I remember, isn't it a timed game? NZXT has some PC deals. If you need a PC, those are the only pre-one builds you'd recommend. I also recommend this was, I think, essentially a pre-built, and I highly recommend. Have had no major issues. No issues that weren't my fault to begin with. Like, most of my issues have been trying to get too much out of something that clearly wasn't built for that sort of thing. from Vault 101. So the stories are not nearly as good as the ones from New Vegas. Listen, sometimes you have to do tests to find out if something works or not. This was our test. I mean, he only shows up every like 8 minutes or so anyways, so.
And so I'm offering the simple phrase.
Were you under the were you under the opinion that Three Dog is bad? I don't remember. That was what it was, right? Like, I was saying that he was okay, and you didn't like Three Dog for some weird reason. I think Three Dog is great. And I think he gets a bad rap, even though he's kind of a little bit of a jerk. John Henry Eden is better than Three Dog. Oh, God. Are there John Henry Eden voice clips? Oh, there are, aren't there? Could I just have Enclave Radio voice clips instead? Oh, I didn't even think about that. Does he have a similar... Like, does he read news or anything like that? The radio in 4 is kind of bad. That's not the hot take, but the radio is better after you give the nerd confidence. Fallout 4 is a game I need to play at some point. By the way, when you get a minute, anybody who feels like it, feel free to peek at the old Twitch viewer. I have a list of movies here. I'm not gonna scroll down. You can scroll down later. Where is it? There we go. I have a list of movies that part of my New Year's resolution is I'm going to be watching a whole bunch of movies that I feel like I should have watched. Some of them are Robin Williams movies. Some of them are Tom Hanks movies. A lot of them are just movies that I've been like, you know what? I have not seen that movie, as a matter of fact. And I'm like, you know what? I need to make an effort to actually watch some of those movies. You streamed Fallout 4? Yeah, for like 4 minutes. I think I got out of the... nuclear fallout and the sun being stolen. You streamed a lot of it? I did not. I don't think I did. I think you have me confused with someone else. I streamed for like 2 days. I also streamed a lot of New Vegas. Maybe you're confusing that. Two days is a lot of Fallout 4. Not at 2 hours a stream, it's not. Excuse me. President Eden was great. Listening to Malcolm McDowell spouting Americanisms is delight, and I loved his unhinged rant during the final round. Well, I was not aware that was a thing. I will take a look at. It's probably pretty easy to get his voice clips from the same place as I got Three Dogs. Yeah, I don't really have any complaints about this computer. It'd probably run even better if I didn't stream from it, but here we are. So, what I was trying to get at, if you see in that list... What is some movies that I haven't seen?
Hi, Billy Mays here.
that you know I need to see. I've got Spaceballs on the list. I've got Apocalypse Now I need to watch. I've got Awakenings because I need to watch all the Robin Williams movies. I've got Bolts because I want to watch all of the Disney movies that I haven't seen.
I just got back from a lovely trip along the Milky Way. I stopped off at the North Pole to spend the holiday. I called on dear old Santa Claus to see.
How did this make the cut? Watch Alien 4. It's got a lot of lesbian subtext. I have I have Aliens 1 through 3 in the list. Do I need to watch Alien 4?
Better not cry, better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town.
You don't think you need to watch Alien 3?
Checking it twice, gonna find out
Or look at the
who's
thing.
naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping.
That's funny.
Knows when you're awake.
Alien 3 is pretty bad. Yeah, but do I need to see it?
Bad or good, so be good for goodness sake.
Like, the whole idea of this is, you know how when I go on stream and I'm like, hey, have you seen X? And every time, consistently, I say, no, I haven't seen that. And then everyone's like, oh. And then the conversation goes nowhere. It's no fun. I need to know some of the stuff that's happening in some of these movies. I've got like things like Django Unchained I haven't seen. I've got things like Solo. I haven't seen that. You don't need to pay attention to the story of Aliens at all. It's different directors and writers and shit. It's a mess. Am I going to, at any point, go to a party? Someone's going to be talking about Aliens 3. Am I going to look the fool because I didn't know this sort of, I didn't know some of that stuff? They Live owns. I want to watch They Live, yes. They talk about 3, you'll be cooler for not having seen it. I have RoboCop on the list. I have, what else do I have on the list? I have Throw Mama Off the Train because I want to watch all of the Kate Mulgrews that are easy to watch. Just listen to the 15 RoboCop rap instead of watching it. I feel like I need to watch RoboCop at least once. I don't feel like I need to watch RoboCop 2 or any sequels thereafter. I want to watch all the Disney animated. I didn't put Shrek 3. I've already seen Shrek 2. Why is Strange World on the list? Because I want to watch all the Disney animateds. You're not going to watch RoboCop the TV show? I only have one TV show on the list, and it is Mrs. Columbo from Kate Mulgrew. This is not a... I'm not planning to expand my TV show watching expertise just yet. The movies are a big enough deal for me. I mean, now that I've seen that, do I really need to see more of it? What if I'm really a secret Dune fan at heart and I didn't know about it, and once I finally watch it, the Dune gates will unlock? Jason isn't even in Friday the 13th. He doesn't show up until 2 and isn't recognizable till 4. Which one should I watch? Keeping in mind that I really don't want to watch the entire series. Honestly, it's not like having a detailed knowledge is going to change things too dramatically. It's going to be like, yeah, he's a guy that kills teenagers. And, yeah, that tracks.
Hey, nifty America. It's me, your president, John Gotcha! 3-Dog here. How's everyone doing? Got lots of stuff going down in post-apocalyptia these days. Here's some of the latest news. Signs point to yes.
In other news,
Anyway,
Okay.
the vertibird was headed northwest into the mountains. Where I have it on good authority, the Enclave has their big underground clubhouse.
this next song is just magical. I hope you enjoy.
Part of me, should I watch Hellraiser? Do I need to watch Hellraiser? I feel like I need to watch Hellraiser. Like, I'm not planning to enjoy a lot of these movies. If I wanted to do what I thought I'd enjoy, I just wouldn't watch any of them and watch, like, you know, YouTube instead. But I need to make some form of expert, you know, some form of, you know, actual, bye. What is going on Twitch viewer? What's happening in the Twitch viewer right now? Is it a cat? Why isn't Starship Troopers on here? That's an excellent question. I'm adding it right now. I have another list, but I added it to the other list. That's what I'm saying. If you can think of anything that's not on the list that I really need to see, like, I'm not interested in just watching a bunch of campy horse shit that nobody's going to care about. I want things that my time is valuable. God damn it! If I'm going to watch a movie because I want to be more cultured, and play Helldivers 2 and go, yeah, I guess. If all you want to do is watch Dune so you can get cultural references, you can probably watch either the new one or the old one. The old one is campy horseshit, though. Which one will I enjoy more? Probably the new one, right? Do 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 do. Do. You'll for sure not enjoy the old one. Do you like weird shit like Cat Rat than the old one? Do you like a cohesive story? The new one. I mean, I prefer a cohesive story. That's kind of my jam, is having a story that makes sense. This is not Bobby Helms' Jingle Bell Rock. It's not so much that I really care about getting cultural references. I really don't. I just really don't like consistently not knowing every single movie. It's like, it's one thing not to know a movie, But when it's like, have you seen this movie? No. Have you seen this movie? No. Have you seen this movie? No. It's like, well, what do you do all day? Like, sit in your room and jerk off? Like, come on. And I don't need to expand my meme repertoire, although that would be nice. I just want to... I feel obligated, for lack of a better term.
Well, is that what you do, or sit in your room and jerk?
I plead the fifth. I feel like as a nerd, I should at least make a token effort to experience some of these movies. I need to put like the Spider-Man movies on there. I haven't seen like the new ones that are supposedly really good. I've got a couple animes on there that I need to end up watching. Should I put Inuyasha on there? I probably should. Like, I should see Inuyasha. I have never seen Inuyasha because I've always hated Inuyasha because the creator of it always took attention away from Mason Ikoku. I've seen American Psycho, right? I don't... No! Shit! I have not seen American Psycho. That's going on the list. The old one was David Lynch trying to salvage a cohesive narrative out of a failed, insane Mexican filmmaker's crazy drug trip. And that went exactly as well as you'd expect it to go. Do I need to watch, James Woo, Thanks for Everything? I think that's not the right name, but something like that. Like to James Foo, Thanks for Everything. Something along those lines. I'm trying to watch all of the at least marginally good or at least relevant Robin Williams movies. So a lot of those weird ones like Flubber, that's why. I didn't add Flubber because I thought Flubber would be amazing. I added it because I wanted to get all of the main movies on his movie repertoire. There we go. Can't wait to watch Popeye starring Robin Williams. I've already seen Popeye starring Robin Williams. Also, for what it's worth, I didn't say I was streaming any of these. A lot of these I can't, in even the wildest of terms, justify streaming them. Popeye is really bad. Watch What Dreams May Come and Then Be Sad. I have seen What Dreams May Come. I like What Dreams May Come. It's sad, yes, but I think it's got a happy outcome at the end. Kinda. I've seen quite a few Robin Williams movies, but there's a big glut in the middle of the 90s movies and a lot that I have not seen. What are you sending out here? I see it. I'm here to chew bubblegum and wear oils, and I'm all out of bubblegum. Okay, but I mean, there's more to it than just knowing memes. I feel like I should at least understand the movie. I should have at least seen the movie once. Like, yes, understanding the cultural references is part of it, but that's not really the bulk of it. It's kind of like the whole thing. You know how I say I have an English degree, but, you know, I've barely read any books? I'm so sick of saying that shit. True or not. But it's like, I want to actually feel accomplished sometimes, you know? One of the big takeaways for What Dreams May Come is that hell is where people suicide, torture themselves forever, and Robin Williams killed himself to avoid further suffering from his condition. Yeah. I mean, that's such a rough gray area that it's like, well, not gray area, but that's such a rough situation in general. Roddy Piper beats up a black man for 30 minutes in an effort to make him wear the glasses. Popeye, I remember I read the Robin Williams book, and I remember them saying, it's like, at the end of Popeye, they still didn't know how they wanted to end the movie, and they were filming the movie, and Robin's like, well, what if they have us dance on water? And they were like, okay. Yeah, whatever you say, Robin. And then that's why Popeye weirdly dances on water at the end of the movie. Like, this is a big, huge, flat area. This should be worth, like, at least 1%. Oh my god, it's later than I thought. Anyways, so that, down there in the archive of the Discord, that channel should be open. Feel free to include any movies you think I should watch. Keep in mind that I already have a huge list, and will only be adding things that I definitely feel like I should have added. Which ones of these will you stream? I mean, some of them I can, I guess. I don't think anyone would enjoy them. It's very easy to stream shit like this on Hyperbeam. I don't want to go to a new streaming service. Here's the thing. A lot of these videos and shit, I'm just going to have on like the second monitor while I'm working. So I'm like, I'm not going to make a big deal out of these movies. I don't want to make like a whole watch party out of it. I just want to I just want to have seen the movies and to be able to say, hey, I feel at least marginally cultured. What if you stream something like this and watch it? What do you mean? And don't stream the movie? What if I stream something like this and watch it? You mean like stream Power Wash Simulator and watch the movie? Like, I mean, I could do that. That is something I've seen people do. I'm not really sure how interesting that would be for y'all. You half missed Buttspot because it was only funny half the time. I missed Buttspot too. I realized though that, you know, learning Python, I could very easily make a Buttspot. I could very easily have a bot read the chat and barf up something with one word replaced. That would be unethical, though. How so? Buttspot's abandonware now. Buttspot's dead. That he can't afford to run for the entirety of Twitch. I can't blame him. What's the story with this Power Wash sim? I don't fucking... Launched a plane, wedged itself into the present wrapping machine, shot coal everywhere. Something like that. What if you streamed the movie on Hyperbeam and you just had that on during the stream? It's a possibility. I don't know. We'll think about it. This is one of my New Year's resolutions to just actually watch some of these movies, to be able to say, hey, I am and I haven't seen Bolt. I haven't seen Soul. I haven't seen Lightyear or Luca. Exactly. Tom Hanks. Is Tom Hanks on the list? Ignore that. What if mangoes grew? What if? You know what? Never mind. Mangoes are delicious. We started going to Costco, and they have a dried mangoes for like $10, and it's a bag that has like a shit ton of dried mangoes in it. And I am so happy with those dried mangoes. Can't believe how bad Lightyear was. I can't have a comment on it because I haven't seen it. Some of these movies shouldn't be watched, such as You Hate Mangoes, Too Strongs. I don't normally like mangoes. Like if somebody had a fresh mango, not really my thing. Cars 2. But people talk about Cars 2. People know about Cars 2. I feel obligated, with giant air quotes, to at least have seen it. Your mom's allergic to mangoes, so you don't ever have him. That's fair. I mean, honestly, I'm not so in love with mangoes per se. Like, if they had like dried fruit of some other style, but I would have those just fine. But that's all they seem to have is mangoes, and it's like, whatever. But it's like this just huge bag of like dried fruit, and it's amazing. It's done very well with not spending a ton of money going out to eat for work, because I've been trying to be better about that.
Bringing you all the music and news your little hearts can handle. And here's me with the news. Now, if he could just remove all those ugly pipes from the Jefferson Memorial.
In addition,
Hey, remember those down-on-their-luck ghouls who wanted to share the
You already
luxury
said that one.
accommodations at the fancy-smancy 10-penny tower?
this next song helped me through a
Need to yank
very
out all the
difficult
Three
time in my
Dogs.
life.
I forgot about the
I hope one
Edens.
day
Let's put the Edens in instead.
for you.
You ever played Fallout 3? You'd murder Three Dog? Well, you're in luck. You can actually... I said that, but I actually don't know. Is Three Dog essential? You'd know, Sprawl. Actually, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know if Three Dog is actually essential, but you can actually meet Three Dog. But you can kill him. I know that he has a... He's got like a bandana that gives you plus charisma. It's like one of the few in the game that do that. Think you can murder him after you do the dumb quest? Is it the quest to go restore the radio on top of the Washington Memorial? I think you can, like, reverse pickpocket him for that, which I think I did in one of my first playthroughs because I didn't want to kill Three Dog because it's Three Dog. Now, if you do kill him, what happens to the radio? Is it one of those things where an intern shows up and is terrible, like what happens in, like the intern in 4, whatever his name was? We also punch Liam Neeson in the junk to death as a baby. An intern takes over and it's terrible. In what way? Oh, maybe I can get the terrible intern's voice actor. Oh, is it the one who sounds kind of like a bored teenager? my god. I slightly overestimated how long this one takes. But that's okay. This was my plan C. I was a little worried that this would take too little time, and I had plenty of backups. I did have the plan C of how long it would take, and all we really have left is the roof. But I am so tired that I don't think I'm going to keep going on this, because I think I'm going to end up saying something really terrible, because I almost did. Actually, not terrible, but things I'm not expecting to say. And I put on a better show than that, or I tried to at least. We may or may not finish this tomorrow. We've got a lot of work to do. Not a lot of work to do. We got a lot of show to watch, so we'll see. But that was fun. I had a lot of fun doing this tonight. We'll do some more Christmas themed stuff tomorrow night. We're going to watch Garfield Christmas. We're going to watch a bunch of Garfield stuff and Christmas stuff. Until then, though, have a good evening. I will see you all later, and goodbye. Mwah.
Okay, Chief, take him away. I'm going to go home and sleep with my wife.